All right, so you've made your app, you're ready for your first release, you're going to get it into your hands of your users yesterday, which is always the case. How long does it take to get your app out to them? Well, if you're going through the App Store, that very first validation of submitting your app to either Android or Apple will take could take 2 weeks. So start factoring that in now. Don't think you can get it to your users as soon as possible when you think you're ready for it. There's guidelines and practices that both these businesses follow. So once your developers finish developing and they say, all right, we're ready for a release, you've ticked it off and it's ready to go, you then need to package and bundle up your app either into an IPA or an APK, one for Apple, one for Android, submit that to both the stores, and then they will go through an automated process which will scan the app, check that there's no viruses or malicious code or anything that they can look at through code and determine something that it's doing bad or wrong. It's not using any deprecated functions or anything else like that. Then you will be gated potentially by an actual human who has to test your app for the first time. So we've had this more on the Apple side than the Android side. So for that, we have to make a Apple account on our software, so then this user can get a username and password and log into the software and actually test that the app is doing what the description says it does. It doesn't crash as soon as you get into it. It's not extremely slow loading on the very first load and things like that. And that the screenshots match up to what the app is actually doing. Once it goes through this process, it then gets approved and pushed out to the App Store. And you get notified when this is happening. If that person finds something wrong, you will get an email telling you, you've gone against guideline blah blah dot blah blah dot 7 and you need to fix it. Then you have to start the process again and do it. Now, when you're doing your future releases and updates to your software, this generally happens a bit faster. So we can then release an update, and sometimes within a couple hours it can do it. They don't have to go through the whole thing because they can sort of check between version A to version B how much code has changed, and they can automate a chunk of it. If you're rewriting the entire thing and changing every screen, you're probably going to get a delayed process again. So just keep in mind that if you want to get your app to your users yesterday, you had to release it potentially 2 weeks ago, not today. So just keep in mind that it does take some time, and your users will get notified in the future when there are updates happening automatically, but you can't tell them it'll be ready tomorrow and then start submitting it. Only tell your users it's available when it's actually available. So don't forget to share this with any startups, founders, or product managers out there that are starting to develop an app and are not sure about what they need to do or how to do it. I'm sure this will help someone out there develop the next great thing. And don't forget to like and comment below.